Hello and welcome to the Bloodhound Seeker series. Monologue for today is titled Awareness to Desire. During the last few podcasts, we looked through different ways of identifying our thought patterns, and then in the last series, we were looking at steps to achieve awareness as you could experience awareness as an individual. In this Bloodhound Seeker series, we will place desire into your awareness. I will explain 8 steps. Try and experience each of these steps to see what desire is coming to you and how it flourishes when you place within awareness. I hope the last podcast has given you enough experience to understand and experience awareness within your day-to-day realms, or at least in a day you might have practiced the steps and see through that how is awareness being witnessed as an individual. If not, please go and watch those series, try to implement that. When you have awareness identified and when you feel within awareness and you observe the reality around you, only then this particular monologue is going to help you. Every one of us have desires, and unlike a monk, Bloodhound Seeker is not asking you to push away desires or keep the desires away. We are not going to eliminate desires, but first we will try to observe and learn about desires. Desires which is not addressed without awareness may not completely fulfill or might not be your desires, truly your desires. We are being bombarded with advertisements and marketing around any places that we go, either on TV or as you pass through a road, there are multiple billboards. Across the streets, you will be marketed with advertisements. So there is high possibility that the desire you are seeking might not be yours. It might be somebody forcefully placing it to your conscious. That's where we intended to introduce awareness first, and then now we are introducing desire and how to, in these 8 steps which we are discussing, we will look how to engage your desires with awareness. Take a list of things you desire. I'll give you a moment. There might be many things you desire. If you have a pen and paper, I would welcome you to write down those desires. I hope you have written down the desires, or you have thought about few desires that you immediately want. Now let's begin the practice. The practice begins the moment you notice yourself saying, I want X. X is your desire. When you say, I want, pause there. Not after you have acted, before. The pause is where the awareness should enter. As we are welcoming desire in the awareness state, since you have felt how awareness would feel, I would welcome awareness back to this exercise at first. Within awareness, name the desire. Take the top 3 in your list and pick one and say, I want the desire. Name it. Let it be, I want a promotion. I want people to agree with me. I want financial freedom. I want a BMW. I want a super bike. Name it. Whichever you are thinking of it, name it. Do not judge the desire, simply name it. Judging in the sense, will I be able to achieve it? Is it gonna come to me? Am I able to get it? Do not judge, simply name it. Now, since we are being in awareness and you are not judging, let's bring clarity as the beginning of this first step. You are now clear what is that you desire. Which brings us to step 2. Take one desire which you have been wanting and place that desire into I want this without any judgment. Now, when you have placed this desire within your awareness, steps 2 start with observing the body. Where do you feel this desire within your body? Just observe. Do not let the mind explain anything. Just from the body, observe. If it's a chest, is there a tightness in chest? Is there a butterfly flying in your stomach? Do you feel the energy in your stomach? Or where is that desire getting reacted in your body? Do you feel some pressure in your forehead? Is it in your hands? Do you start rubbing your hands? What is the change that you feel within your body? Take a moment and identify that. Let's repeat. I want this desire. And where do you find the sense within your body when this is being? Okay. This is because the body knows often. It knows before the mind creates a story. The body carries the story. Now you have identified the feeling, the emotion, and the body part you are associated with, which is getting connected with the desire. Now listen to the mind. Third step is watch the mind narrate the story. Did it start justifying the desire? Like, if I get this promotion, if I get this job, if I earn this amount, if I buy this, and what did the mind follow through that? What is the story? Notice the stories or the story. Usually it's a story. Notice it. Listen to what the mind brings up. What is a story that is arising? If you achieve the desire, what would happen? What story that you are listening, it becomes the interpretations that the mind associates. Now, since we are in awareness, from awareness, mind getting separated, you are aware of the body and you are aware of the mind. Awareness shows, from awareness, look at both of these. Awareness separates the desire from the narrative surrounding it. Now you see the narrative which the mind brought up and you felt what your body signaled you. Let's go to step 4. The step 4 is to ask the first question. Now you have observed both this. Ask yourself, what do I believe this desire will give me. Take your time and remain curious. From within, the mind has given a solution. I'm not asking you to take that. There is a place within you, apart from the mind, which is genuinely telling you what would this bring you. Remain curious and ask yourself. Perhaps wealth promises security. Perhaps recognition promises significance. Perhaps success promises belonging. The object, which is what you're desiring, is rarely the destination. The decision is what we are looking at. What has been the answer when you asked, what do I believe this desire will give me? I hope you got the answer. It's usually a picture which you could see. Once you have this desired item, you are seeing yourself in a frame of picture, like it is usually a symbolized form. Now you see that picture. This is what you feel. Now let's go to the step 5. You see that picture of what your desire provides you: recognition, success, promising significance, or success promising you belong here, validations, all of this. Right? Step 5 is asking again, if I receive that, what? If I receive that frame, which you saw, which is a symbol, belonging, certainty, destination, what will that be like? For example, let me take, I am stating I want financial freedom as my desire. Then you ask why. So I won't worry, might be the answer. And then ask again, if I no longer worry, what would that give me? Peace could be an example. Yes, peaceful, because I'm not worrying. Now, if it's peace, now let's separate it from, now let's stay in awareness and separate from what the mind brought in and what your being gave you. The mind wanted money. The heart was seeking peace. For this example, when we look through, initially, I'm taking an example which we discussed earlier. Going back, one of the audiences told me it is financial freedom. So we are taking that example. We'll start with the want at first. I want financial freedom. Why do you want financial freedom? So I won't worry. And then we ask again, if I no longer worry, what would that give me? It gives you peace. Okay. If that gives you peace, we are asking, what did initially the mind tell you? That I wanted money. That was the desire. Once we asked for what does it sprout, in the frame, he was seeing peace. So the heart was seeking peace. You now see the differences of having your desire when you're present in awareness. You were listing those desires and looking through the window pane of what does the mind bring in and what does my being tell what it gives me. Which gives us to step 6. It is going more deeper. Every answer can be a question again, as you are seeing here. Now, if the answer is I want respect, then you should go again and ask why respect. So people value me. Why is that important that people value you? Then the answer would be, so I feel worthy. Then you go again and ask why this worthiness is not currently felt. Continue until there is nothing left to explain. This is a similar practice we often do in product management while we are inquiring with what does the user needs, or when we encounter a problem within the system that we are using and a defect occurred and it was a very critical one. We go back and use the 5 whys method. We ask 5 whys why did something went wrong. Similar practice in this way, in this exercise, what we are doing is we will continue until there is nothing left to explain. What does it mean, nothing left to explain? Many desires leads towards a few universal longings. Safe, to be a safe space, to be loved, to belong, to be free, to be at peace. We will limit it to all of these 5. Your safety, you are loved, you are seeing as you belong here, you are free. Free in the sense you are free to express as the way you are not keeping any mask around you. You are at peace by expressing yourself. By this, you fully feel alive and you are not bound by the rules or institutionalized thinking. By being here, ask why and understand what is this message that you are coming towards. Is it to be loved? Is it to be belonged? Is it to be free? Is it to be at peace? Is it to be fully alive? What is it? Write it down. Invite to investigate. As far as we conclude the step 6. Step 7 is to meet the longing. Now let's collect back. Where are we? We are in awareness. So we are not rushing. There is no rushing in awareness. Just being, welcoming being. Now we have reached a state. Now we understand what is this universal longing which is attached to your desire. Now meet the longing. Do not rush back to the original object of what is that. Identify the longing. It might not be easy for everyone because it's a longing deep inside you. Spend time with that longing. If that longing is for peace, can peace be experienced even briefly before external conditions changing or the object being there? Can peace be experienced? If it's for love, can love be experienced? If it's being free, can freedom be experienced? There might be areas in your life or previously in your past, you might have experienced this feeling, right? Can you take yourself back to that and feel yourself in that feeling? What is freedom? If that's the longing, what does freedom feel like in this moment? Now you are in awareness. Awareness allows you to meet the longing directly. Instead of only through its symbols, now feel it. keeping your heart in your chest while you're feeling brings much more closeness to what you feel. Try to experience that feeling. I hope you must have felt the feeling. Hold that there. Let's move into the final step, which is the step 8, choosing consciously. Now ask one final question. Does this desire express my deepest values? You value few things in life, right? You stand for few values. Does this desire express my deepest values? Or merely it's just a strong impulse? We are not talking about right or wrong here by saying pursuing success, wealth, love, influence, achievement. All of this is, we are not differentiating anything wrong. Just ask yourself, you value something deeply without being hijacked by the advertisements, marketing, or maybe some idea which your parents gave, idea which your friends gave, something which is externally intrigued within your mind. But once you identified that longing which is coming within you, what does that desire express? And from within your deepest value. Let it be anything. Let it be pursuing success, wealth, love, influence. You want 10 million subscribers. You want achievement to be showcased at. What is it about? As I initially said, our practice is not at all about denying the desires. It is welcoming and understanding the desires by being aware of what comes through you. It's ensuring that awareness leads and desire follows. Now that you have felt within yourself, look through and differentiate that desire. If it's your deepest values are associated with that by fulfilling it, or was it merely an impulse? Impulse come from outside, as I mentioned. Now it's impulse, it is not aligned to your values, right? When awareness leads, desire becomes much more purposeful. That becomes your purpose to fulfill your values. When it is identified with impulse, desire becomes endless, even though after buying a supercar, after buying a bigger mansion, after receiving that achievement, you still become empty because the desire is not fulfilling your values and not matching up with the longing. Again, another desire gets added, thinking that this wasn't enough, and desire becomes endless. But when we are desiring from awareness, awareness leads the desire. Desire becomes purposeful. That value gets highlighted. What value? You could showcase that value that is being broadcasted in such a way that the value is become much more purposeful. I hope you take this practice along, review all the desires from your list of desires that you have or the goals that you have had, and items that you have listed down that you would want to buy or have it in you. Experience all of those. I would welcome to do a daily practice 3 times each day. Pause for 1 minute, morning, afternoon, and evening. What do I want right now? Ask yourself these questions. What do I want right now? What feeling do I expect this to give me? Is there another way to experience a glimpse of that feeling this month, which is the longing? Am I choosing this desire, or is like the desire choosing me? So that the desire can express itself through you because you have an alignment of a value that you follow, and that becomes the magnet. Now the desire is choosing you. Once the desire would express through you, the desire itself knows that is more valued. 4 steps. What do I want right now? What feeling do I expect this to give me? Is there another way to experience a glimpse of that feeling in this moment? Am I choosing this desire, or is this desire choosing me? We are not seeking perfect answers. We are inviting from awareness, experiencing the honest observation. From awareness, it's all observation and feeling that observation. From awareness into desire. Desire, Bloodhound Seeker series have come to inquiry. And as we close this inquiry, we would like to share the stories of desires, that desires also point somewhere, some point outwards, some point inwards. The practice is not to reject either. The practice is to know the difference. Because when we are in awareness, and in awareness, it does not ask you to become free of desire. It is all within that conscious realm. If you ask to be free within desire, and perhaps that is the beginning of life that is not merely driven in the sense the advertisement, the marketing logos does not trigger you. You are aligned onto the values, and the desires come to you to purposefully express itself through the value, and adding on that and fulfilling that desires become a broader spectrum of larger desires that is awaiting for you. Let the desires be consciously lived. I hope this monologue series have helped you. Welcome all the desires in awareness. Thank you.